Good afternoon, everyone. We'll give this chat a couple minutes to fill up. I didn't give a notification, so hopefully YouTube puts it out there for everybody to get. Running a little bit behind today, but hey, such is life, right? Yeah, getting ready for Christmas, happy holidays, all that good stuff. Um, yeah, another day in paradise. So yeah, we'll see how this live goes. We'll give it a few minutes and we'll go from there. I might actually, maybe I'll reschedule it for like 6 or 7 or 8 or something. Um, yeah, last night's live ran a little over. Um, I'm just a dude. Hey, what's happening, man? Welcome to the chat. How goes it? How goes it? It is good to see you, my man. How are you doing? Hopefully you're having a good weekend. Yeah, last night's live. Yeah, we ended up uh, 3.5, almost 4 hours. Yeah, that's good, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I know yeah, it's not all peaches and cream for everybody, and some people get the holiday blues and whatnot. So it is what it is. But yeah, we are trying to hit 1 million. Yeah, man, I'm just kind of like it is what it is, you know. Yeah, the struggle is real, man. I'm kind of celebrating like 1 year of doing lives, but they've kind of like gone downhill a little bit. Like the views are definitely down, all that good stuff. But I guess that's YouTube, right? Just I should be used to it as a skydiver, you know. Life is just a bunch of ups and downs and whatnot. So, oh, hey Neil McKenzie, how you doing, my man? Welcome to the chat. Good to see you, Don Ray. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I gotta get kind of like connect boot to my own ass and just get going. But yeah, hey, such is life sometimes, right? Yeah, like I was saying, it's just some ups and downs, and life is life, and yeah, I don't know. Get caught in your own head sometimes, you know. Best advice, don't do that. So I guess I should take my own advice and just suck it up, Buttercup. Um, but yeah, that's YouTube going in the toilet. Yeah, well, and the thing is that yeah, they cut everybody's ad revenue and stuff back, but they increase the number of ads, and it is what it is. I guess I don't know. Um, I know it's not like a viable income or anything like that, but well, for most of us, it isn't. But yeah, it's I was hoping it would be a stepping stone or something. I'm still working on stuff, but yeah, there's always going to be ups and downs, especially when you're dealing with social media. Yeah, totally, man. And I don't know, man. I think what's up, my Riga? Riga, please. Come on now, Riga. I can say that because it's on my airman certificate. And you can too if you're a certificated parachute Riga. Come on now. You can't be saying stuff like that on the interwebs. But hey, I don't care. You know, it is what it is. You might as well be real, right? Um, yeah, but I'm beside myself with the amount of anti-American rhetoric that goes on. Like everybody living here, a lot of them are living off the system, and they're just like, I can't get past the amount of like anti-American shit. Um, it's just like, wow, I didn't realize America had imploded so much. But hey, I'm still rooting for the red, white, and blue. So game on. You know, I guess if you're one of those lucky people from Somalia that's here, you know, and you got your hands in that, you know, $1 to $2 billion that they already know about, that you've been living off of the American taxpayers and stuff. Hey, what's up? Burkles, what's happening, man? Just for kicks. Hello, Miss Lady. Who's Miss Lady? Um, Yeah, YouTube used to be where it is now. It's TikTok, Instagram, and a couple other streaming services. Yeah, I mean, I've got on Instagram. I've got an Instagram thing. I don't do the TikTok though. I've just yeah. Um, I don't know. I don't really like. I like Instagram because you can DM people, like text messages and stuff like that. That's how I talk to some of the people here on the channel. But I haven't posted too much on Instagram. Maybe I'll start doing that a little bit. But I don't know. Like, what do? You post the same thing on both platforms or something, or you got to come up with a completely new content thing? Um, yeah, Burkles has got some great stuff going on. If you guys haven't checked out his channel, check it out. Also, check out his website. Yeah, he's still running a special. You can get 10% off. It's USA 10. Yeah, he was just talking about it yesterday in his live chat. If you missed that, but yeah, Burkles has got some great stuff making it here in the USA. So yeah, I can show knives online. It's the pew pews YouTube tweaks out about. Yeah, no pew pews. You can have knives out though. I unless they just changed it today, which wouldn't surprise me in the least. Um, I haven't been on platforms since the '70s. Right on. um, yeah, that's funny, man. But yeah, hey, yeah, the more information on Somalia. Hey, did you know that 49% of them are in inbreeding? That's 110% incest. Hey, I guess in Somalia, you put your sister to the test. Ilhan Omar's brother can probably vouch for that. And also, the average IQ of Somalia, the average Somalian, is only 67. If you have an IQ of 70 or lower, then you are officially mentally retarded in the United States. So, yeah, the average IQ of Somalia is officially retarded. Yeah, no joke there, no pun intended. It's just the cold hard facts. But hey, we imported a whole bunch of that trash, and now they're robbing us blind. Meanwhile, we've got Americans and veterans that are homeless, while Somalians are raking in, $1 billion in change. Yeah, just absolutely repulsive stuff going on. Yeah, exactly. They are. It's certifiable. It's verifiable. There's no humor involved there. But that's the kind of trash that we're importing into this country. Is a bunch of yeah, retarded people that are into inbreeding. Yeah, that's we just now got the platforms comment right on Don Ray. We'll give you a second to catch up. Yeah, that is awesome though. I try to be a respectful Miss Lady, not always successful though. Um, I don't understand the Miss Lady. Am I missing a joke or something? I'm totally down with the humor. In fact, hey, yeah, LC, I thoroughly enjoyed those. LC keeps me well fed with comical memes, and man, he has me laughing all the time. Um, oh, I haven't been called a lady for decades. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that. I think America needs to go back a couple decades, and we'll bring back manners and respect and all that stuff. And but yeah, it's kind of you kind of give up after a while. After you hold the door for somebody a couple times and they give you an attitude about it, like I was just trying to be nice, and they just call you a male chauvinist pig. Like I was just, I was being courteous, I was being, respectful, and that's the way I was raised. But a lot of places they just, yeah, that's unacceptable nowadays. Um, just taught Miss Lady is a dignified approach to address a woman. Yeah, yeah, and the thing is, yeah, I don't know. Like I was saying, yeah, I think, yeah, certain things, I guess they tried to break society, and um, yeah, I was raised to wipe in circles until it bleeds. Well, I guess I don't know what to say about that. I guess the internet has given a platform for everybody to say something, and even if you just want to, say something that shows you're like mentally challenged, then I guess you get to do that too. Um, Sometimes I don't. Yeah, Michael, I kind of feel bad for you, man, coming in here making comments like that. Like, it must really suck to be you. You don't have any friends, you have no social circle. Parents didn't give you enough attention. I mean, there's probably all sorts of wrong with you. But hey, rock on with your bad self. Exercise your First Amendment right as I do too. Um, Yeah, I don't fall into group think. It's led to horrors. Yeah, you're absolutely right. DFH, what's happening? Welcome to the chat, man. It's been a minute. Oh yeah, I'm sure you've got plenty wrong, man. That's why I'm not angry with you. I just feel sorry for you. You know, like I think one of the worst things your parents could ever say is, I'm not mad at you. I'm disappointed. Yeah, I'm disappointed that there's that many people in society that just feel they have to jump on the interweb and just go in and just be completely rude and disrespectful and, just a giant attention grab. But yeah, no, today I'm feeling sorry for you. Sounds like Don Ray. You get him, girl. Um, yeah, Luke Skywalker. Yeah, probably because you got the first base with your sister. Um, yeah, well, you must be Somalian, huh? Giving your seat to a pregnant woman in the bus, not just so she just. Yeah, yeah, old Hanson. Yeah, that's the way it used to be. But yeah, crazy, crazy. Um, oh, Nathalie. Oh yeah, these are sweet knives. These are probably my favorite right here. In fact, man, if I get lucky and I come across it, I'm replacing the scales with carbon fiber. I'm gonna get both these knives in carbon fiber is what I'm really looking to do. Um, yeah, I think if some of you were around a little last night or whatever, I definitely talked about it somewhat. Um, yeah, I have got a thing for the carbon fiber now, which is crazy because I actually, because of cycling, I hate carbon fiber. I hate carbon fiber bicycle frames, I should say, because they don't last nearly as long as aluminum. And forget about titanium or the any of the steel chrome wallies or anything like that. But man, I've got this is carbon fiber scales on my calcula here. This is the one that was gifted to me by Eric Hansen. And now I want carbon fiber on everything. So I think I'm gonna end up doing these two knives. I was looking, it's only gonna be like, 700 bucks to replace those with carbon fiber. That's the whole knives though. Um, just for kicks, I gotta get back to working on a side hustle. Nice, nice. Make some money. I'll try to check back later. Much love, everyone. Even Michael Motorcycle. Right on, just for kicks. Well, hey, man, have a good time working that side hustle. Make some coin. Yeah, I think my side hustle for 2026, if I can put the finances together, I'm gonna start making Kydex sheaths. Man, I've been like on the Kydex sheath thing for I've talked about it for years. But now it's like shit or get off the pot, right? Like I gotta do it. I haven't built anything in a while, and it's part of like it satisfies my life. Like building stuff is, I think it's mandatory for a lot of people. Um, do you have runite daggers? No, I don't have any daggers at all. Yeah, the top portion here is a ferro rod. It's Exotac Fire Rod V2. Um, and the one below it is it's an Olight i3T2 EOS. So flashlight and ferro rod, yeah, mounted on the sheath. And these are both stock sheaths from Phobos Knives. I just shifted the Scout carry straps to the lower grommets and then passed it through the belt loop for the small tier 1 mini sheath. So it's not like some super custom unobtainable thing. You can the tier 1 mini comes with the leather sheath and the which is this knife here, and then the tier 1 BC comes with Kydex, and then the leather sheath is an add-on. I think it's about 115 or so. Nothing to it but do it. Yeah, exactly, DFH. Yeah, it's going to be an investment, man. And yeah, I don't own any tools or anything like that, so I'm starting at like ground zero. So there's a lot I have to do it. So my brother-in-law is buying me a pair of mini bolt cutters so I can start doing the chainmail again. So I'll be posting on Instagram. Oh, nice, LC. Yeah, I know you've had that on the back burner for a little while, man. That's going to be awesome that you get back into it. I think that's the same thing. Like, yeah, I think the vast majority of men, we need to build stuff in order just for life to be satisfying. It's bright enough. Like, yeah, if you're in the woods, if you're yeah, it's plenty good enough, and it has the dual pocket clip. So you can also slide it onto a hat and use it as a headlamp if you're wearing like standard like a ball cap or whatever. So yeah, kind of mandatory in my kit now. I got hooked on these things years ago, and yeah, rather than carrying a separate headlamp and all that, unless you need something with some high output. But yeah, these things are great. You put lithium ion batteries in there, it lowers the weight quite a bit. Oh, what's my smithing level? Oh, my smithing level. In the real world or Skyrim. Skyrim, I was a master smith, but in the real world, yeah, I don't do any of that. Um, yeah, I've never done any smithing. Would be cool, but yeah, just wait. That's a whole other game to learn. Um, yeah, I was a parachute rigger by trade, so man, I always need to build to Bob. Yeah, we're not gonna lie, man. Yeah, total Bob the Builder thing. Um, that's a little after my time though. I was kind of like back when GI Joe and Transformers and all that was the thing. So yeah, the Bob. I definitely know of it though. I mean, how can you not? But yeah, yeah, Don Ray, smash the like button and we'll get some more people up in here. Yeah, we're gonna go through a few things. Just a random social. Man, I'm like 25,000 views from 1 million views total. So I would like to close that gap by Christmas or so. Yeah, nice one you got still me like and the flashlight with stun gun function window breaker metal one. Yeah, what is that? Go to 808. Thanks for the jewels, man. We definitely appreciate it. Um yeah, every little bit adds up on this channel. Yeah, we've been fighting the machine for a while. Yeah, we drop a few too many truth bombs here and there and upset the algorithm. And um, I go next year backpacking in the woods. Yeah, hey, right on. Backpacking in the woods is a great time. Yeah, anything outdoors is typically a good time. Yeah, unless there's hypothermia involved, and I'm not a fan of that anymore. But yeah, what's your plans there for some backpacking? Cut Carry, hello, welcome to the chat. How are you doing? Yeah, Don Ray, I'm excited about it. Like when you first start YouTube, you're like, "Oh, how is this gonna go?" As you just don't know. You really don't know until you get into it. And yeah, I guess I've been fortunate. I've had a couple of, I've been lucky, I guess. I haven't upset the algorithm too much. Well, I do, but um oh, in Europe during spring, that is awesome, man. I completely envy that. That is something I've always wanted to do is some backpacking throughout Europe or something. And I mean, I've been to England and that was it. I went to England. I went to Manchester, Cheshire, and Liverpool, and it was a great time. I was there visiting friends that I had met at the Boy Scout camp, and yeah, we had a great time. It was really cool. I mean, it definitely it looks different nowadays. I can tell you that there's definitely a visual difference between 1990 England and 2025 England. The last 35 years have not been generous to the place. Um, yeah, cut and carry. I go to Germany, Poland, not West Europe. Yeah, I would love to. Man, it's funny because I had planned on going in the army when I was in high school. I did 4 years of junior ROTC in high school, so the military was definitely my plan post high school. And I had some friends that were older that were in ROTC and stuff. Ended up in the army and going to Germany. So I ended up taking German in high school, and I requested to go to Germany, and of course, the army sent me to South Korea instead. So yeah, all that time learning to sprechen Sie Deutsch, just so I could. Yeah, I didn't have a lick of Hangul, South Korean lingity at all. It's kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. Oh, you already live in the Netherlands. Nice, yeah, that's convenient. Um, Yeah, yeah, I would love to visit Germany. I'd like to go do a whole tour of Europe. I don't know, maybe when they clean it up now. Some of the stuff going around, like I've got no interest in going to Paris or London. Yeah, I guess I could. Yeah, it's crazy. Um, but I don't know. I'd be afraid to go back to England. They'd probably arrest me for something. Did you see? There's an English gentleman came over to the United States, did some shooting with some 12 gauge action or something. But he posted pictures of it. When he got back to England, they arrested him for it. Like, come on, it's legal here. I guess you can't. If you're English, you can't. Doesn't make any sense. Um, yeah, I hope they clean it up, but go before the mess gets bigger. Yeah, I think for me the mess already exceeds the need to go. Oh, cut and carry, you're German from Germany. Nice to see people who speaks German. I can't. I never get to use it. Man, I can hardly count to eins, zwei, drei, vier, fünf, sechs, sieben, acht, neun. Yeah, I can count to nine, man. That's about it. And I can. Oh, do my scheiß cough. I got that one down. Go figure, right? Yeah, man. But yeah, high school was a long time ago. There's been a lot of years and a lot of information in between then and now. Um, oh, the little the Olight i3T2 EOS. Oh man, you can. I got them on sale for like 14 bucks, 14 US. So like I don't know, like 13 euros or something like that. 12 pound 50 pen. Um, I don't know. Yeah, somewhere's around like 13, 14 euros. You can find them. They're always on sale. The full MSRP is 20 bucks, but like never pay that. They go on sale like every other month. Um, yeah, cool cut carry. Yeah, cut and carry. Do you still live in Germany or? Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of information on it going around. Like, cause yeah, of course, people are making a spectacle out of it. That yeah, yeah, dude came to the United States, did some plinking, and got arrested when he got back. They're like, we'll have none of that here or there, which is just as batshit crazy as when England was saying that they were going to arrest Americans for stuff they post on the interwebs. Like, yeah, I don't think you're doing that anytime soon. Dave James, meow meow, damn cat, that cat's after me again. Actually, I think he left me alone a little bit this week. How are you doing, Dave James? Good to see you. Yeah, and some comments about cows. Yeah. Yeah. What is it? Yeah, the Dumaku, stupid cow. Yeah, man. I should. I don't know. Maybe brush up on my German. No, no, Dave. I'm not dissing the English. I'm just talking about that. The English guy that came to the United States and like did some shooting, did some plinking, And when he got back, they arrested him for it. I'm like, make it make sense. And that made as much sense as, like the English saying that they were going to arrest Americans for saying hurty words on the interwebs. Like, I don't really think England's going to come to the United States and arrest people because, we have our, like, we're exercising our First Amendment right here. They got no right to, they're not exactly policing the world, but yeah, no. I don't know where you figured I diss the English. Like I said, I spent good money going to England. I went to, I was just talking, I went to Liverpool, Cheshire, and Manchester. And I love England. I would like to go back there. I think that London's a mess. I think that immigration has not helped the country at all. But man, I like England. I have no problems with England whatsoever, or France or anything. Um, yeah, yeah, if I could safely go visit, I would go visit. If I had the money to go visit on top of everything else going on, yeah, I would like to make a round trip of Europe. I'd like to go to Ireland and Scotland and Wales and France and Germany and Sweden and yeah, probably just about every place. The kids taught me a lot of Pennsylvania Dutch a million years ago. Yeah, I just actually, if anything, man, I defend the English. I'm like, come on, man, let these people have a pocket knife. Ironically, it's just like whenever you disarm the people, it's the honest people. They're going to be like Australia. Aren't they the ones ditching the machete now? Like they spent like hundreds of thousands of dollars on like per amnesty box so that they could take everybody's machete. But only honest law abiding people are going to go drop their machetes in those boxes. Meanwhile, the criminals are just going to start making more. I live not too far away from the Durham Cathedral. Nice. Yeah, yeah, cut and carry. UK is a really unique place to visit, with a long history, and yeah, what was it, Lord Uhtred of Babenberg, and King Arthur, and yeah, man, England has a very rich history. It's had its ups and downs, but it's a very interesting history. I watch as much of it as I can, but hey, how much are we being told the truth? Like, how honest is the History Channel being with us? Machetes are legal to have, but not outside. Yeah, well, yeah, that's where they're like machetes are good for outside. It's just not the like, what are you using a machete indoors for? Not a lot of foliage in the house, unless you got some green thumb plant problem and it's gotten out of control. But yeah, for the most part, I think that and like I said, it doesn't matter. It's the same thing as anything else. Like when they disarmed Australia with firearms, crime rates went up like through the roof went up. Robberies and burglaries and muggings and all that stuff went through because everybody knew nobody, like, you can go rob anybody and you're not going to get shot. So yeah, it always ends up being when they disarm the law abiding citizens. And um, Mr. Uncle Sam said hello. Hey man, my taxes are paid up to date. Leave me alone there, Uncle Sam. How you doing? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, yeah, that but back in the day London wasn't that bad. I didn't really get to check out London. No, no, I'm not a flat earther. Um yeah, no, yeah. I'm not a flat earther. I think that a lot of conspiracies have come true, but yeah, I don't think the earth is flat. But, no, I don't really think there's good argument for that. They used to think that back in the day. That used to be the norm. In fact, wasn't it? Yeah, who was it? Magellan or so? Who was it who got in trouble for that? Like everybody believed the Earth was flat, and then one of the science was it Da Vinci or Magellan or somebody was like the Earth is round, and they're like, no, you'll burn in hell for that. That's blasphemy. Um, but yeah, definitely not a flat earther. Yeah, Michelangelo, that's the one. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, when you've watched the History Channel too much and you start crisscrossing everybody, um, which hey, Michelangelo's Pizza on in East Moriches, Long Island, has got some of the best pizza in New York for sure. And I've probably been to like well over 100 pizza shops in New York. But the original Michelangelo's in East Marches, Long Island, has got some of the best, especially if you like the Sicilian pie. Yeah, and I'm not. It's not a paid promotion. I just I used to eat there a lot, and it's really good food, really good. And it's like you go in, it's like 5-star restaurant serving pizza. Doesn't get much better. Like you actually, when you go in for a pie, you feel underdressed. Um, could you see the curvature of the Earth up in your plane before you jumped? No, Dave. We only went up to like on average 14,000 feet. Like my highest I did a couple of high altitude jumps from like 25,000, but there's not very much curvature. You're not. It's not looking like a big sphere. Um, why do you think all the NASA photos are fake? Do you think they're all like CGI or something? Um, Halo Appa K Bar Nem. Yeah, Caleb, I have no clue what you're saying. A hibbity dibbity do. How do you do? Um, yes, yes. That well, it's not the same one. It's a tabletop. It's a slightly smaller version. But yeah, that is the prestigious award as seen in a Christmas Story. It's Italian. It's fragile, and I actually had one of my lights go down, so I was getting a lot of shadowing. It was driving me nuts, and it was looking pretty second rate amateurish to say the least. So yeah, the missus went out to do some shopping, and I was like, "Hey, look around for a lamp. I need another lamp because," and she's like, "Absolutely, I will do that." And this is what she came back with. She's absolutely awesome. She's a rock star, and yeah, it's been a great talking point. I'm gonna leave it up till Christmas, and then hopefully Fatty Claus brings me a nice lighting system or something, so I can switch it out. Kiwi Outdoors. I'm doing well. How about yourself? Um, no, I didn't see the dome above. I don't know, but NASA started underwater in deep sea, not in space. Oh, I'm sure they did, man. Just like how do what kind of responsibility? They lost all the technologies to go back to the moon. How do you do that? I mean, they do some stuff that doesn't make any sense. And yeah, I'm not making any sense. Speak the English, buddy. Um, yeah, they do all kinds of stuff that doesn't make any sense, like losing all the technologies that you need to go to the moon. Somehow they manage to lose that, and then they wonder why so many conspiracy theories exist about them. How do you do that? Like Jesus, the guy was going out for Dunkin' Donuts or something, and like grabbed his car keys that fell out of his pocket. It's not making sense. Could I survive in Siberia? I with proper training and equipment. Yeah, I'm sure I could. I wouldn't want to. I don't even like how cold it gets in New Hampshire. Could I survive in Florida? Yeah, I absolutely could. But yeah, yeah, I got a couple of skydiving injuries where I've got some steel plates and screws in my pelvis and a titanium rod in my femur. So when the temperature drops, yeah, I'm paying for the stupid stuff I did earlier in life. The pot calling the kettle black. Good day. How are you doing? I'm Australia maybe. Oh, which oh, right on at the chip shop buying dinner. Right on. Yeah, oh, yeah, fish and chips, right? Love that stuff. My favorite is salt and vinegar. Yeah, the old like some vinegar and some salt, man. That is once you do that, you'll never put ketchup on your chips or your fries again. Depending on what part of the world you're in. Really good stuff. What was my profession? My profession was is I was was a professional skydiver. I hold multiple ratings in skydiving, including my FAA Master Parachute Riggers rating, my USPA Coach rating, AFF rating, as well as multiple tandem ratings through Strong Enterprises and United Parachute Technologies. Yeah, I'm the guy that did the sky jumping with you. Yeah, that was my profession. I jumped out of airplanes for 27 years from 1993 until 2020, and I guess now I'm trying to do YouTube full time. So yeah, that was my profession. So yeah, I got a bit of a limp, but I'm proud of it, because not too many people have jumped out of airplanes 19,000 times and survived it. So that's my claim to fame on this planet. Oh yeah, yeah, we're totally rocking the Christmas here. We should probably put up safety barricades or something too, from what I'm seeing around the world. Um, yeah, I just sat here binge watching savage Australian animals. I know, right? Hey, Don Ray, so you're on top of the fact that like it is crazy to live in Australia. The Australian people are outnumbered by the kangaroos, and man, some of those kangaroos are jacked. They're like freaking the kangaroo version of Mike Tyson. I wouldn't want to fight them. Yeah, I'm always like kangaroo. There's some place I'd like to go, Australia, but I need like head to toe safety gear. Um, yeah, I used up all my luck skydiving, so now I got to be cautious. Um, yeah, I mean Australia, man, and I've met a lot of Australian skydivers, and man, they are some crazy people, like fun crazy, not like crazy like you homicidal crazy. They're like seriously fun crazy. They are a good time to hang out with. Um, like yeah, they're. I guess growing up in Australia, I think adventure is just like second nature to them. It's just a part of life. So they are always up for like, yeah, let's do something stupid. Like it'll be fun. Here, hold my beer, watch this. That's the Australian crowd. Love those guys. Bro, Australia lost the emu wars. The kangaroos would genocide them. It's funny, all places in the world have their own challenges. Yeah, yeah, like yeah, it's true, man. Every place in the world has its own challenges. That's why when people get in, especially on YouTube, like you get into survival kits, and wow, man, like everybody, like they know for their region, their geography. Um, yeah, yeah, like like what I pack in the Northeast, for the winter. Well, it depends on the season up here. Like packing for the summer versus the winter, two different worlds. But whatever you're packing in the Northeast, it's going to be a little bit different if you're out in the Midwest, and then it's going to be even more different if you're down in Florida or something. Yeah, all that stuff shifts and changes. It's crazy stuff. Yeah, I'll look up the Emu Wars. Yeah, I completely. I'm sure it's crazy stuff, man. There's all sorts of crazy happening in the world, like all the time, all throughout history. Um, I don't think that's ever going to change. Yeah, in the UK, we can't carry guns, so we have to work around it. Yeah, that's man, that's unfortunate. Yeah, and there's like extremely restricted firearms and stuff like that as well. Yeah, not just yeah, knives and stuff is like it can't lock or something. I don't know all the rules. Um, yeah, we've talked about them a few times in here, but yeah, even in the United States, though, like there's some state you can't have like double edged knives. Can't be over a certain blade length. The some of it's legal in the state, but in certain cities you can't carry. Um, yeah, that's where. But a good old fashioned baseball bat will get the job done just as fine, won't it? So yeah, what else are we carrying, man? We've got yeah, definitely carry a hatchet. Well, for the Northeast, I see that's the difference. Like in the Northeast, you carry a hatchet, and like down in Florida stuff, yeah, you'd probably still be using a machete. Would definitely be good. Yeah, David. Yeah, I have 3 PCPs that pack a punch. Yeah, they fully banned zombie knives, which is a good thing, I think. I don't know. The whole thing is, I think the problem is a zombie knife is, well, it's pretty vague in general. I know, like, even if it has writing on the blade or something, that it counts as a zombie knife. So I guess if you get something like an Extrema ratio, which really they it's an Italian knife, but they love their branding, they love their name, and they'll put it across the entire length of the blade. So I wonder if that counts as a zombie knife. But I think they should have been more specific. Like, it can't be a fixed blade. It can't have a cutting edge over 4 inches or 3.5 inches or something like that. That way there you can still get a good solid handle. But yeah, the world is round, so we are all surrounded. Um, oh, the fair dinkum mate. Yeah, who's that? Who's that? The Aussie review guy. Um, yeah, he cracks the Aussie man, Ozman or something. In Iraq, I found a tomahawk. Put the fear of God into folks. Yeah, that'll a tomahawk will do it. Looks like you have some wood videos on. Uh, oh, Kiwi Outdoors. Yeah, the. Oh, who's Oh, I didn't know you had a channel. Yeah, Kiwi Outdoors. We'll have to check you out, man. Hey, yeah, and for everybody else, yeah, if yeah, Kiwi Outdoor. Dawn Ray has a channel as well. She has some nice little socials, some lives, some things going on. Yeah, really good stuff. So yeah, I like to shout out the channels. I made to 100 subs yet. Oh, congratulations, man. Yeah, that's one of, like, yeah, 100, then 1,000, and then yeah, it just keeps going. Yeah, the struggle is real though. It'll test your patience depending on which road you go down. Answer me this: if the world's round, why don't we fall off the bottom? Yeah, gravitational pull. Yeah. And we're not allowed to go to the bottom. Isn't that off limits? Maybe that's why we're not allowed to go. We'll fall off. Oh, anytime, Don Ray. I should do that more often. I could definitely improve in that category. But hey, everybody here knows I kind of suck at YouTube. I wing it. Um, yeah, we're uh we're a developing channel, and I'm a huge tech tard. I'm really, really good at parachutes, but I'm not good with technologies. I mean, I had to learn how to set up an email to create a YouTube account. So, Sticks Outdoor Bushcraft, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, we're just, yeah, I figured I'm still a little bit under the weather. I think that's kind of like, wow, I hate being like incapacitated. It sucks. So yeah, that's got me down a little bit. But yeah, I'm trying to work past it. So I figured, I did say I was going to do a live today. So I figured I'd jump on here, do a live, have a social, talk about a little bit of gear, which I got to find my gear. That's, I'm not feeling well where I'm like, I don't know where everything is. Like, man, count your tools before and after. And yeah, when I start losing track of my tools and stuff, yeah. LC Buell, I'll take that over this. It was like 12 degrees this morning, and it's gone up to a whopping like 15. So yeah, man, I will take well, especially southern Florida weather. Like, I don't think it ever really gets cold in the Keys. I think cold in the Florida Keys is like 50 degrees. Um, oh yeah, the piggyback setup. I've done this with my knives for like years and years. If you like this one, you'll like this one even better. Yeah, this is the little brother. This was Plan B. This was my second one. This was my first one. This is actually a custom set. By the same maker of this, uh, but this was made by Phobos Knives in Tennessee. Phobos stands for Four Operators by Operators, owned by Eric Hansen. He's a 22-year Army veteran, 18 Delta, which is Special Forces medic, and now he's the owner, designer, and all that at Phobos Knives. And yeah, this is this is the we'll start with the little one. We'll work our way up, right? Um, this is the Tier One Mini Gen 2. Sweet knife. It's a CPM 154 cm with a convex grind on it. And then the primary knife takes up some real estate here. This is the Phobos Knives Tier 1C in CPM 3V steel. It's got a convex grind on it. It's 0.25 inches at the spine, 12 and a quarter overall in length. And we've got some black G10 liners with the brown micarta scales. It's also got this sweet ferrocium rod notch right here. Yeah, this piece right here. This is a ferrocium rod notch, so it increases the amount of real estate on the ferro rod. And man, this thing's a flamethrower when you start throwing sparks with it. And then just everything's just a little bit bigger on this knife. And then we've got the Exotech Fire Rod XL on there. And this is the Olight i5 TR, so the AA version of that flashlight. And yeah, this is a custom set that he made for me back in like 2019. So if you're into piggyback blades, I've been rocking it forever. But LC, that doesn't make sense. How can it be a zombie blade and a Rambo knife? It can only be one or the other. No, I get you. It probably gets into that. Yeah. Sticks Outdoors. Yeah, wet and cold there in the UK. It's about the same here, only colder, and just a little less wet and more ice and snow. And yeah, it's just. I used to like winters when I owned skis and a pair of ice tools, and I'd go ice climbing and skiing, and whether it was like downhill skiing at the local mountain, or some randonnée off the trail stuff, backcountry skiing. It was a good time. But when you don't own skis and stuff or a pair of ice tools, lots of good ice climbing up in like Bartlett, New Hampshire as well. So yeah, just the convex grind is the one to respect. Yeah, the convex grind. It's a little bit scary at first, like because this was my first convex grind that I got into, and yeah, sharpening or stropping or whatever is at first you're like, oh, especially on a custom knife set, you're like, oh, I hope I don't screw this up. But yeah, it's great, especially with the larger, the Tier 1 BC. If you're gonna do, I mean, not the BC, the Tier 1 C, the larger one here. Like if you're gonna do some batoning or something, that thing, it's a splitting beast. It'll baton just about anything. Funny, when I first started bushcraft, I hated a convex blade. Now I like it. Yeah. Oh, convict as a man in an orange jumpsuit. All right. I got Joel Hansen. I smell what you're stepping in. So yeah. So how is everybody's day going? Everybody having a good weekend? And if we didn't talk to you last night, how was your week? Um, yeah. And then my next absolutely must have. Um, I think it's still in here. Yeah, we can get it. Is the Silky Outback Gomboy 240. Absolute must-have as part of my kit, at least. I started using Silky saws doing arborist work. I had a friend, he was actually one of our pilots at the drop zone. So it's really screwed up, but we did it for fun. Well, Pat, why'd you do that? That you shouldn't do that, man. That's not good for you. But I hope you're doing better. Hope you got some medicine for that, I'm sure. Yeah, Don Ray's trolling the trolls. Like, Don Ray's been hanging out with us a bit too much. We're rubbing off on her. Or no, I think Don Ray's like that. I think, yeah, everybody's got a sense of humor, and yeah, everybody's got the verbal slap down for the punks, especially like Gen X and whatnot. Just got back from putting in a toilet door, the in-laws, and making it worse. Yay. Um, yeah, go soak in a hot bath or shower. Yeah. How's your are you getting any work done in your shop, Pat? Um, yeah, I'm interested in I want to start seeing some of the stuff that you're making. Um, I'm always excited to see stuff like that. And I don't, yeah, and that there's everything's got to match sometimes. Like yeah, you know you're a little bit too OCD when somebody's like, "Hey, I'm going to make a cutting board." And you're like, "Well, you should make a matching stropping paddle with that." That makes sense, right? Um, no work done but getting supplies and tools lined up. Right on. Hey, yeah, get organized, count your tools. Make sure you got all the ingredients, man. You don't want to find out that, um, yeah, halfway through the process you're missing something. Well, I totally agree. And yeah, we have that thing like I think I said it earlier. Yeah, you count your tools before and after. It's a parachute rigger thing. We wouldn't want to accidentally pack up some tools in there. Like I actually, man, I had a friend. This is how stupid people can be in skydiving sometimes. But I had a friend. We were packing our parachutes and stuff. We had just jumped. We had a great time. Everybody's telling their, "Wow, wasn't that a great skydive?" And there's no video, so it's always the best skydive, because there's no video to prove you like potato chipped away, or funneled the jump or whatever. But anyhow, yeah. So we're all talking about the jump and everything, and it was a great time. And we're packing up our parachute, and they're coming out like asking us, "Oh, who wants to get on the next load? It's going up in 15 minutes or whatever." And yeah, we start going. We get everything packed up. We're ready to go. We got like a 2-minute call to get on the load. And my friend starts going, "Hey, have you seen my altimeter?" And we're like, "No, haven't seen it. No, like, I don't know what you do with it." And usually a lot of people they're like the large altimeters, the LT Master 2s you wear on your wrist, obviously so you can see it in free fall and whatnot. But she had lost her damn altimeter, and then couldn't find it, so we loaned her another one. Well, so we go out, we get on the plane, we go back out to altitude, ready, steady, go. We do our skydive, and apparently when her parachute opened, she had accidentally packed her altimeter into her parachute. And when her parachute opened, it came down and like smashed her helmet, left a mark and everything. And she had like a sidewinder set up with the camera on the side, and she actually got footage of the altimeter falling. Like after it hit her in the head, she kind of looked down, and there goes her altimeter. So, yeah, she found it when the parachute opened, and yeah, that's like one of those $250 mistakes you won't make twice. So, oh yeah, that's even better. $30 off on knives today with code BC Santa on BurkleCerakote.com. Yeah, everybody, I'm gonna write that down because is it Burkles? Are you doing that today, or are you gonna continue it tomorrow? Because I'll do my morning live as well, and we'll announce it. But yeah, guys, you guys are 82% of you are watching from your phone, so go ahead and check out down there. It's right here. $30 off on knives today with code BC Santa on BurkleCerakote.com. And if you're watching on your PC or something, it should be over here, maybe a little lower. But yeah, $30 off, and Burkles is made in the USA. He's making knives right here in the USA, and some quality products. He's turning out some awesome products. And as the name states, he can also provide you with some custom Cerakoting options. Or if you have like something that you want to get Cerakoted, he can do that as well. I'm watching on my TV actually. Nick Martino, what's happening, brother, man? Welcome to the chat. Man, I think it's been a whole week since I've talked to you, Nick. We got some catching up to do, brother. How are you doing, my man? It is good to see you. So yeah, Nick, you're like 2%. If you're watching, like I watch on my TV as well. I don't know how people watch on their cell phone. I did that live like 2 weeks ago from my cell phone. I just about lost it. You only see like three or four. I can't keep track of the chat. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But yeah, Nick, we're trying to get up there. We are man, right? I think I think the algorithm sensed I was excited about coming up on 1 million views, so they stopped putting out all our videos and all our lives and everything like overnight shadow ban. Like, no, you can't be excited about that. So yeah, I'm gonna, and plus I got to start beefing up the channel. You know, I got to start having more output and stuff. Like, I don't know. I guess that's just the way it's done. Like we did great with the Friday evenings and Sunday mornings. It was awesome, but I just don't think it was enough. Like I think, but I want to save some of the weekdays for other things. You know, like when I start uploading my full length videos, and yeah, I've got a couple of gear things, man. I've got to get like a tarp and a tent and stuff like that, and a backpack and stuff, and mainly off grid. Guys, check out his channel. He very generously has invited me up there to do some camping and bushcraft and stuff. He's got 600 acres, so I have permission from the owner. It's a good deal. Um, Maybe you could have a channel about bicycles also. Man, I would love to do a channel about bicycles also. Or no, I think it's going to be just a part of this. I think it's going to be like I'm going to do the bushcrafting bicycle. I just they go hand in hand for me. Like it's how I travel, you know? That's what she said. Yeah, it's too small on the phone. Um yeah, the Sunday morning lives are a blast. I've thoroughly enjoyed them. They are yeah, we're going to continue doing those for a long, long time. Stone Glacier. No, Nick, I haven't. Man, there's so much. Like, I can't stop finding quality, awesome gear out there. I found another made in the USA company. I've got a. It's expensive though. It's called Ice Flask. It's gonna go on my chest rig. Two of them are gonna go on my chest rig. They're made in the USA, and man, it is a cool concept. It is awesome. Um, and it'll go right up there with the Ultra Press because the Ultra Press is 16.9 ounces. The Ice Flasks are 16.9 ounces, and they have like wing mounts for your chest rigs and stuff like that. It's going to be some awesome, awesome stuff. Um, yeah, there's so much good gear out there. I gotta kind of I can probably do a few knickknacks between now and spring, but yeah, I really got to focus on a couple key components that I'm gonna need for doing a little adventuring in Maine. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be a great time. Like now, man, I've spent so much time looking, and now I'm just yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I need to get out doing some adventures. I've got some other stuff I'm gonna do, but yeah, I uh I need to do some gear, pick up some gear stuff like that. Like it's going to be kind of tough going rappelling without a rope. You know what I mean? Yeah, they do everything from tents to sleeping bags to jackets to pants to tarps. I think it's a brand worth investigating. Maybe. Yeah. Hey, Nick, definitely. Yeah, if you got the link, send me the link for sure. I will. I'll most definitely check it out. And I like. I'm extremely excited to get into more sewn products. Like I like tools and knives and hatchets and saws and all that. But really, the sewn products is my forte. That's kind of like that's what I'm qualified in. So I'm looking forward to being able to do some quality gear reviews on that type of gear. So yeah, yeah, Nick, you missed it, man. Yeah, even Don was trolling the trolls, as we like to say here. On this channel, we troll the trolls. Don Ray was trolling them with us. It was a hoot. I was sick for 3 days straight and still had to walk in the rain to take my niece to school. Yeah, I'll see, man. Sometimes you gotta. It sucked, didn't it? Like on a normal day, it'd just be like something you do. But yeah, man, and the older you get, the worse it's gonna get. Like it just really takes a toll on you. Do I ever use a crossbow? Man, that is a huge grail item in my life. In fact, Mrs. Bushcraft will tell you as well. I've never owned a crossbow because I couldn't legally hunt with it here in New Hampshire. Um, but I've always wanted a crossbow just because of the history of the crossbow and all that cool stuff. But yes, I have a bow press I can work a crossbow on. Like I have an entire easy press made down in Georgia for my compound bow, but it'll also do crossbows. Yeah, I want the trifecta of archery is, in my opinion, I'd like to get into a recurve bow. I've been shooting compound bows for years, kind of to the point it's almost boring. And a crossbow. So that is one of my channel objectives is to have the trifecta of archery. Unless you go big and you build yourself a ballista or something. Um, Rob's nice. Robert, what's happening? Welcome to the chat. Yeah, man, there's so many cool crossbows out there, and yeah, Garmin's even got some crazy GPS site for it. I've been looking at. I got a crossbow 2 years ago, hunted alone. That's it. Oh wow! Congratulations, Don Ray. That is awesome. Um, yeah, it's one of those things I've just for me it would be a novelty, and but kind of like a life grail thing as well. Like I've always wanted a crossbow. But and yeah, Mrs. Bushcraft and I have been out. We used to go. Mrs. Bushcraft does a little bit of archery too. I built her a nice little PSE bow and whatnot. I make all the arrows and stuff. I don't have any out right now. Yeah, roof mounted ballista. Yeah, we'll put it on a turret like a mod deuce or something. A longbow, a compound bow, and a crossbow. Honestly, I can get by just with a fine with a 22. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess I could get by with a grocery store gift card, but it's just man, it's so much. I like shooting anything. I like shooting the pew pews. I love shooting archery. Just the focus, the concentration, the act of doing. It's just I enjoy doing it. I can put holes in paper all day long. Mrs. Bushcraft doesn't understand it. Um, she'll we used to do a lot of archery together, and she'd get off like maybe 12 or 18 arrows or something, and she'd be like, "Yay, okay, we did it, we're done." And I could shoot until tendonitis sets in, really. Um, which is why a compound bow would be handy, over there. I can still do some archery while while the tendonitis heals. Yeah, it is. It's so much fun, man. It really is. There's nothing that I don't like about it. And I do the whole thing. Like I said, I have a full easy press. I do all my own archery, all my own bow work and stuff. I do all my own fletching, build all my own arrows. Man, I just have such. It's like a hobby with a hobby. And so, yeah, I've been looking into a lot of Hoyts. Hoyt has a sweet recurve I've been looking at for a couple years. Um, Man, I'm pretty sure I got a POS Chinese bow, compound bow, really. I was out of it for quite a few years, so we were at Bass Pro Shop, and I was like, carbon fiber limbs and stuff. You don't say. I'll take one of those. I think I paid like $600 for the bow. It was set up. That was like all inclusive, pretty much. Just yeah, figure out your release and your arrows, and you're good to go. But not a huge fan of it. It's a little bit short of a bow. It's a little bit tweaky. So yeah, I think Hoyt recurve and a Hoyt compound is in my future. Zoe the cat, welcome to the chat. How are you doing today? It is awesome to see you guys. Yeah, I threw up the random. Like I said, I've been trying to put out more content. I know this week I wanted to get a couple shorts out or something. I just wasn't that motivated to do it. And yeah, between Mrs. Bushcraft being under the weather and me being under the weather, I think we spent the week in survival mode. And then yeah, and then I was shoveling like late Tuesday night, Wednesday. Yeah, we got a bunch of that wet, slushy snow here, and that just, yeah, that set me back a couple days in recovery. Mrs. Bushcraft recovered quite nicely, for the most part. She's doing much better, but yeah, me spending 3 or 4 hours out in the driveway and shoveling the walkways and all that kind of, yeah, it took the ass right out of me. So, but yeah, let's see if I can reach those without breaking something. Yeah, here's some of the, wow, I need to, everything's got we was burning shit in the house soot on it still. But yeah, these are some of the arrows I made. All carbon fiber. Yeah, a bunch of different ones. I don't know if I can reach Mrs. Bushcraft's. The problem is I'm 5'7" and it's a 6'6" shelf, and it's got the archery target on top and the be right back. Gotta go put the chickens. Chickens. I love chickens. How many eggs do you get from those? I do the same thing. Maddie, I do. Man, she's got chickens too. I'm like, how many eggs do you get from those chickens? Like, I would love to have chickens and go get fresh eggs every single. Like, how many fresh eggs do you get? Yeah, Maddie's Nifty Creations, right? Yeah, she's got like 3 dozen eggs a day, sometimes more, 40 eggs. Like that is just, man, that would be I would eat like eggs for breakfast and lunch every day. I don't care, like whatever, cholesterol, whatever, it doesn't matter. Eggs is tasty good. Fried eggs, I love scrambled eggs. Scrambled eggs are just fun to make. It's like you can start off making like sunny side or something, and then if you screw it up a little, if it's early enough, you can just scramble them up and be like, no, no, that's what I meant to do. Same thing, making an omelet. Like, oh, yeah, it's a little stir fry chicken egg thing going on here. I meant to do that. Um, yeah, that's good stuff. Let me try to grind these arrows. Oh, yeah. Yeah, these are, woo woo. Yeah, Mrs. Bushcraft's little Easton quiver. Oh, I'm poking stuff. But yeah, we made all those arrows, a bunch more. And the problem is I'll dial in my archery skill, and to prove it, I like to Robin Hood the arrows. I can do it. Usually a good 25, 30 yards. I can Robin Hood arrows. The problem, it gets expensive, man. Like even building your own, of course, like it's like reloading pistol ammo or something. It's like I don't know. Back in the day, I was making ammo for like a third the cost, which it didn't work out that way. I just shot 3 times as much. And the same thing, like when you're making your own arrows, you can kind of like improve the components a little bit, buy some nice carbon shafts and stuff, and whatnot. But yeah, man, you start Robin Hooding arrows, and you're like, man, that's like $10 an arrow. So every time you Robin Hood something, you lose 2 arrows. So you're like, oh, that's a $20 shot. Kind of makes a 50 cal affordable. So it's more the brand. I think it's worth possibly looking into. It seems very well made. I almost dare say extremely well made. Yeah, it could be. Yeah, I'll check that out after the live, Nick, for sure. So fresh that the chickens don't miss them yet. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I would love to have chickens like chicken coop. Have I don't know how many chickens, like the right number of chickens, so that like we're not wasteful. Actually, it would be great to have a nice surplus. You can share with your neighbors. Like that would be the neighborly thing to do. Like, oh, here's some fresh chicken eggs. It'll compensate for the racket they make. Because man, there's a lot of chickens that live down in the Florida Keys, like wild chickens, and they're annoying. Man, they're the roosters. No kidding, they're crowing early in the morning. I've definitely been around that stuff. But yeah, I don't have a pair of puffy down pants. They seem awesome to have. Oh, Nick, especially if you end up in Tent City, like the a puffy pants and a puff. Man, they make puffy booties, like tent booties for cold weather. They make big puffy mittens like that too. Man, who makes Wild Things? Wild Things out of North Conway, New Hampshire. They make some pretty wild puffy stuff for tent. Yeah, they make the entire puffy jacket, puffy pants, puffy booties, puffy mittens, puffy hoodie. Um, yeah, down is sensitive and sucks. Yeah, yeah. Oh, B&A. You're right about that. They make rain gear too that looks pretty good. Yeah, I'm indifferential about rain gear. I still kind of favor a military rain poncho. My problem, whenever you're doing something in rain gear, it ends up holding in the sweat. Even I've got like a fancy North Face one right now. No, 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 not North Face. Mountain Hardwear. Yeah, like I might want to double check that later. I could be lying, guys. I'll definitely double check that. I might have to do that now though. Um, yeah, yeah, they're kind of they're fragile. Yeah, definitely keep a little bit of duct tape on you. Hey, that's what that rip spool is for, Nick. A little bit of duct tape if you tear your puffy, pow, it fixes it. Um, like yeah, and I would just duct tape that. I wouldn't field sew it. Yeah, like the old saying. I can't say that. I shouldn't say that on YouTube. If you can't duck it, it. Sometimes you want pants and jacket. Yeah, yeah. Usually, all the time in public, Nick. All the time you want pants and jacket. Good thinking. Do what you want in your living room. That's you. But um, I use my smoke gear. It works the same. It does. Yeah, if you've got a good Gore-Tex set. Yeah, Gore-Tex parka and pants will do the same exact thing. You're absolutely right. So yeah, no need to double down on that. I use tenacious tape to fix my tenacious tape. Oh yeah, hey, that's just like I'm pretty sure that's do we have tape for fixing parachutes? Believe it or not. Um, and it's kind of like tenacious tape. It's like a nylon ripstop adhesive tape, and you can order it from Paragear. It comes in like a dozen different colors, and but I'm not lying. I've fixed parachutes with my parachutes, not customers or anything like that. But yeah, I took that challenge. Like, hey, would you fix your parachute with duct tape? Yeah, why not? But then you actually have to do it, and then you actually have to jump it and see if it stays together, and it does most of the time. Um, yeah, where it's snow blowing like a dummy, and it ripped on them. Oh no! Oh man, I was using a steel. It's a trimming like chainsaw on a pole, right? And but I'm left-handed, so all this stuff is made so the exhaust is on the right. So when you're holding it on the right hand side, the exhaust puts out the other side. But I'm left-handed, so the exhaust comes right into me, dude. And I totally cooked a $600 Mountain Hardwear Gore-Tex parka with chainsaw exhaust. It was a pole saw. I cooked it, absolutely cooked that, and my sweatshirt underneath it. Um, Sad Taco, yeah, man, you've missed everything. It's just yeah, we've been going on and on for a while now, but hey, you're in the chat now, Sad Taco. How you doing, man? Hopefully, you should change your name to Happy Taco. Um, yeah, 3M Coflex works almost for everything I've ever used or tried to use it on. Yeah, Deneen, how you doing? Welcome to the chat. Welcome, welcome. How are you doing this fine week? She's probably the one person we can't complain about the weather. She's up there in Alaska. I'm sure it's even colder and more snow than New Hampshire right now. But yeah, good to see you, Deneen. How are you? Highly recommend Tenacious Tape. It's super. Yeah, it is. It's good stuff. In fact, I've got to get some more to throw. I'll probably throw some in my chest rig. I think that's going to end up. I already have some duct tape in there on my rip spool. I think I'm going to bust that out tomorrow. I'm going to get out the chest rig for the Sunday morning live. I haven't had that. I haven't done much with it, but it'll be good. Don Ray is back. How you doing? Trolls beware. Even Don Ray's on the hunt for the trolls today. Dawn, good to see you back. I've been praying for. Oh yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, because Nick, didn't you spend some money on some sleds? Yeah, you got some snowmobiling to do. I want 800 feet, but at this point, I'll take anything. Well, Nick, I'm sure somewhere on YouTube you can you can find some like way to use your garden hose as a snowmaking machine or something. Like there's got to be some blueprint somewhere on the interwebs to make your own snowmaking machine. You just need the cold temperatures. Bush, my grapes died, so I'm doing bad. So, oh, Sad Taco, I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's unfortunate, man. That's most unfortunate. Yeah, I remember. Oh, my grandfather on my father's side passed when I was only like 5 years old, and my grandfather on on my mother's side, geez, she passed when I was he passed when I was like 32, 33. Yeah, and I think it was worse at 32 than when I was at when I was five. Yeah, man, sorry to hear that, dude. I hope you lived a good life, and I'm sure you have a lot of good memories. I try to focus on that, focus on the happy memories, and I mean, it's yeah. I'd love to put a few thousand miles on from here. Yeah, Nick, there's some great snowmobile trails up in northern New Hampshire. They wind all over the place. They go for like hundreds of miles. Put about 3K on the bikes this summer. Nice. That's some pretty good riding. Um, yeah, 3K. Man, I maybe that'll be my goal for next year. I gotta get a bike I can put 3,000 miles on. That would be fun. But that'd only be like that'd be down to Florida once and halfway back or something. All right, yeah. Hey, Sod Taco, yeah, man, get some rest, get some sleep. Hope you feel better. And yeah, we'll be back on early tomorrow morning. We definitely start at 7 a.m., maybe earlier. Speaking of, yeah, last week BNA, dude, I would have started. I was out in the kitchen having coffee with Mrs. Bushcraft, and I completely missed your messages. I had the whole thing set up to go live, and we ended up talking out in the kitchen, and yeah. I mean, I can get a little blizzard here. What? That's all I'm saying. I don't know. Maybe there's some Native American snow dance you could be doing. Council CEO send 100 for 2 joules. Thank you, Council CEO. You're not from Council Tools, are you? I was looking at them this week. Maybe they're following me. But yeah, Nick, I feel for you, man. I've been there before back in the day. What wasn't a snowmobile, but yeah, I had gotten like great new Solomon skis, and I was like, yeah, Solomon skis with matching boots, black and red, ready to shred it up. Back when hot dogging was still a thing, and man, it wouldn't snow. It just like you want every day. I would be like, it has to snow. Adam Hayes, channel member, welcome to the chat. How you doing, brother? It is good to see you. Headed off to a date, gang. Happy days. Is this Adam? Is it a first date? Only bring her for coffee, man. Don't fall for that crazy stuff. Like first date shouldn't cost you a G. Um, yeah. 3 months ago, everyone said this winter was going to be in the record books. Nick, that's what the Farmer's Almanac was saying that. And oh, who's that? Who's that YouTuber that does Oh, he's got a like figures. He's got a little jingle to his name and everything. I can't remember who he is. Um, but first date at a mutual friend's house. Yes, get your friend to pay for the snacks. Good thinking, Adam. Well played. Um, and like treat it like is like hey, I'm introducing you as like you're part of my social circle. That's a good way to put it across. So, like I trust you and I want you to meet my friends and stuff. But then when she leaves, ask your friends what they thought. That's always fun. Um, but yeah, man, that's why I am so happy. I don't miss dating at all. Makes me love Mrs. Bushcraft even more. Um, Party Council CEO, party hat for 20 jewels. Thank you. Leather coming from Texas. Be here Friday. Nice, nice. That is awesome, P&A. Yeah, how much? I'm not even going to ask you how much that set you back. I have a design. Maybe I should just give my designs to you, Pat. Like, you've got a full shop and tools and everything like that. I got to find a guy that does some metalworking. I've got like a slingshot frame design. It's like next level. I have a stropping paddle I want to make. That's going to be the bomb diggity. Yeah, I've got a few other things. I will not be swiped on an app. Look at like a piece of meat. Yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, ooh. That's, I don't know if that's very manly to say that, Pat. But Stephen and Clark, you're not. No, I'm not. What? No, I'm not a blacksmith. What? That's, no, I don't. There aren't too many of them around anymore. Yeah, Don Ray, Ryan Hall, y'all. Yeah, he blame it on him. Nick. He's Nick. Yeah, he's the guilty one. Ryan Hall. He said nasty winter coming. You know, the whole El Nino switch around and blingity bling bling, and yeah, we're gonna get massive amounts of snow and everything. So far, all we've gotten here in New Hampshire is slush. About 8 inches of slush. I think I just about threw my back out shoveling. It didn't help much. I wasn't feeling well out there shoveling, but yeah. I do 100% of the shoveling around here because Mrs. Bushcraft, she loves the automobile and stuff like that, so I make sure she can get out, and yeah, she doesn't need to be shoveling, especially I think her shoulder's still recovering. Yeah, I think it's doing much better, but I've made that mistake before. Like, you think the injury is cured, like you think you're done with it, but you just end up re-injuring it. So, well, man, Pat, you and Nick need to hash that out then, because Nick's out there doing the snow dance, and Pat doesn't want it to snow. Y'all are both in. Yeah, you two can sort that out amongst yourselves. My back is tweaked, and the snowblower parts place was closed today. Yeah. See, this is how you get conflict of interest in the chats. Um, yeah, because Nick's all like, "Man, I got sleds I need to get my money out of," and then Pat's like, "No, man, the snowblower's in the shop, and I tweaked my back. It better not snow." So, yeah, you two can just agree to disagree or whatever. Have a side chat. Do whatever you need to do. I know you guys talk off the platform, so yeah, fight it out. Do what you got to do, guys. I'm with both of you. I'm gonna play Israel. And, if I have to shovel, I'm toast. Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. I'm like, I need a couple days to recover. I'm not. Nothing's broken. But yeah, I haven't picked up a shovel since last winter going on. Um, yeah, I'm feeling a little sore in the biceps and the lats, but hey, man, I'll make it. Um, we're far enough away where it actually snows different. I get mostly lake effect. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. It can wait a couple more days to snow around here. But that's awesome. Um, yeah, so what else have we got going on? I guess yeah, we can shift some of this stuff around. Yeah, hey, B&A, I was looking at the TRC knives. They got a couple of sweet things. I think they're kind of like more like an EDC. From my perspective, you know. But they've definitely got some or is it TRM? Crap, man. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about though. Yeah, I got on their website, I was checking them out. It's kind of like a Jimmy Neutron knife club. They got like the Neutron 2 and the Atom. They got a couple of nice EDC fixies in there. It's just beautiful after a fresh snowfall, and you can't say it. It is, Nick. It's a fresh snowfall is absolutely beautiful. It makes for the perfect postcard. And that's exactly how I want to be seeing it. Um, yeah, it's a beautiful postcard. You wouldn't live where it snows unless you like it to some degree. Um, no, I think I'm gonna blame mine on absence of memory or something like that. Or yeah, I hadn't been in a snowstorm in so long. I thought the same thing. Like, oh yeah, I love ice climbing. I love skiing, and it'll be a great time to move back up to New Hampshire. And oh, I'm in love, and it's great, and this'll just be wonderful. Until I started like shoveling, and then I remembered, oh yeah, yeah, like all those broken bones and stainless steel screws and titanium parts that I now have are not compatible with the weather. Like some cultures aren't compatible with American society. Once you've been broken and put back together, like with an erector set, you're not as compatible with cold weather as you used to be. Um, Oh yeah, or I like it when it's really, really cold out and you're out walking and it makes that really it's like a squeaky, crunchy, crunch, crunch, squeak, squeak. You know what I'm talking about? That's interesting. Yeah, man, and like I said, I used to love skiing, man. In fact, oh man, I was like living the dream back in high school. Um, yeah, the girl I dated in high school, she was a ski instructor and I was on the ski patrol. And yeah, we used to time our breaks together and everything. We worked the same shifts at the local ski hill. Man, I loved it. It was a good time, man. I have very fond memories of freezing my ass off on the chairlift with her. Well, that was a good time. But yeah, man. And ice climbing up in Bartlett and North Conway, New Hampshire, always good times. Skiing Tuckermans. We used to have a ski 93 pass. We'd ski anywhere along Interstate 93. But yeah, man, post skydiving, the cold weather sucks. Um, like yeah. I guess back in the day you would find me out on the slopes, and nowadays you will find my ass strapped to a radiator. Um, yeah, ice fishing, man, that was a good time, and I was a good skater too from playing hockey. So yeah, I had a couple of friends. We'd go out Lake Massabesic, Tower Hill Pond out in Auburn, man. We'd go ice fishing all day. Have a little fire on the shore and everything. Leon, yeah, no Bark River knives. Sorry, man. These are Phobos knives. Um yeah, I've kind of looked into Bark River a little bit. I don't do too I guess I'm not getting too many brands of knives. Like knives have gone up so much money. But I've got a lot of Phobos knives. Well, for me, I've got a lot. I've got a custom Phobos knife. I just put that away actually, but yeah, I keep everything convenient. Yeah, I got this one, Tier One C with a Tier One Mini piggybacked with the Fire Rod XL from Exotac, and an Olight i5RT. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Man, and I've said like if anything, I'm gonna get more Phobos knives. I love the knives. I love the fit and function. I love the quality, man. I love that man. Eric Hansen is an awesome dude, and yeah, he's definitely earned my respect and appreciation in life. He's a stand up fella. So yeah. Um, oh yeah, my kitchen one I use all the time in the kitchen. Yeah, the Alaris in CPM 3V. Yeah, it's even got the bow drill divot. It's really an all around camp knife, but I've kind of, man, it's become my number one kitchen knife. Man, I keep it sharp. And man, this thing is sliced everything. It's sliced and diced and julienned, but not like on TV, more like a special needs version of it. Because, yeah, my culinary skills, plenty of room for improvement. I was gonna do a video or something like that, doing the choppity chop chop, and then be like, "Nah, I don't need to." The number one comment will be like, "This guy's an idiot. Has he ever picked up a knife before?" But yeah, that's the Alaris, the Phobos Alaris and CPM 3V. Um, Kapow. And then for the EDC, I've got a couple of Tier 1 minis. Both pretty much the same. One's got a PVD finish, and the other one is the stonewash finish. These are nice in CPM 154 CM. Sweet EDC knife. I got kind of small hands, so it's a full forefinger. Some of you guys with the XL or large hands or something, yeah, you might find it a lot. But man, this is great for me. You can choke up on it. Well, I'm gonna cut the tassels off here. But wouldn't you like to be a ninja too? Yeah, so I got the two of these. Bust out the stonewash. Same specs. They're both with the orange G10 liners with OD Micarta scales. Probably should throw a little wicked wax on here. Put a little bling bling back in my kit. Yeah, and then kapow. And then one of my like the middle, like if I can't, if like the Tier 1 mini and the mini are too small and I don't want to carry like the Tier 1C or Tier 1 BC, the perfect in between is the Calcula. I've got two of these as well. This one was last Christmas from Miss Bushcraft and the kids. I had been like totally geeking out on this knife like since it came out for like over a year, and so they got it for me. And yeah, stone washed red G10 liners with double black micarta scales. These are in CPMS 35 VN steel, and that's this one. But I was geeking out on carbon fiber scales. This one here, B&A. This was gifted to me about a year ago from B&A. This is my one EDC folder. But it was my introduction to carbon fiber scales, and I totally geeked out on them. So when I was talking to Eric Hansen about it, he ended up sending me his this was Eric Hansen's EDC knife. He was completely sold out of carbon fiber scales and whatnot. So the only one he had left was the one on his belt. So he stropped it up and sent it to me. And same thing, CPMS 35 VN steel for the blade. This one is PVD coated with red G10 liners and carbon fiber scales. But now the problem is I want the mini and the Tier 1 BC in carbon fiber. This one here. So yeah, I've got the Tier 1 mini here. This is CPM 154 CM. The difference between the mini and the mini is this one is 3.5-inch blade versus a 4-inch blade. And the little attitude adjuster at the bottom here is a little bit nubbed off on the mini. It's a little bit more predominant on the Tier 1 minis. Oh, they're coming after you, Pat, what you did. Oh, there's two of them. This is New Hampshire. Somebody was jaywalking. They're going to make a huge event out of it. But yeah, you can see the difference here. With this one's just shortened up a little bit, a little more compact and convenient to carry. And the scales between these two, you can swap them out between the Tier 1 mini and the mini. So like if you really like the skeletonized scale, but you want the slightly bigger attitude adjuster and the blade, you can swap these scales out. Or if you like the skeletonized ones are also a bit narrower. I'm not sure if you can tell on the video here, but there's the ones on the right, the mini are narrower than the standard EDC scales. So they are like interchangeable, which is sweet. Got to get caught up on the comments, guys. Yep, that one I browsed it last night just because of that knife. Yeah, I browsed the Phobos light last night because of that. So I have a question. Anybody here makes knives because I got 4 dumbbell weights? If you can make a knife out of them. Well, that's a good question, LC. Yeah, I don't know. Burkle Cerakote or Aries EDC, I guess. Those are the only two I can think of offhand. California Republic, I have a couple of bucks in my collection, but stopped collecting them when they started making them in China. Yeah, Yeah, I've done that. There's a lot of stuff I used to get that they've kind of sold out to China and I just don't deal with anymore. But yeah, I feel for you on that one, man. You deny everything. Squat shot, what's happening, man? How are you doing, brother? How is life treating you? CEO sent GG for 10 jewels. Thanks, Council. We definitely appreciate it. Yeah, I'm a knife connoisseur, but I think I have to start identifying as a knife snob as well. Like I think I've gotten so picky about knives. And some of it is greedflation. Like some of the knives have gone up so much in price where it's just like, yeah, I'm not interested anymore. Like at the original price, like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, I understand everything's going up in price. But yeah, when they're asking like, $459 for a D2 steel blade that's, not bigger than this, it's yeah, then I'm just kind of like, yeah, you're just no, I'm not doing it. So yeah, I'm kind of a connoisseur, but kind of a snob at the same time. You got to be honest here, right? I'm just picky, and I'm limited budget. I got to be cautious with what I do. In fact, I've got some other kit that I need to pick up before I do anything with knives again. I had no idea they make the engines of all the fighter planes up in Connecticut. That's pretty friggin' awesome. Yeah, it is. That it is awesome, man. Yeah. The new wave is the slim knife. Oh, are you talking about the Leatherman Wave Alpha? I checked that out. I don't know, for G10 scales. Yeah, I know it comes with a Magna Cut blade and stuff, but man, I don't use the blade enough on a Leatherman for it to be like, oh, that's a game changer for me. I wouldn't. You could probably find an aftermarket blade for a Surge or a Wave Plus. Um, yeah, informed consumer. There you have it. Exactly, Pat. So yeah, what else do I got? That kind of like caps off my Phobos knives. The only one I didn't have out of the sheath was the Tier One BC. Yeah, this is a great knife. This would be my one and done. I conveniently, that's why I have a second one on the front. Like if you can only grab one knife and run, I'm gonna grab the Tier One BC, which conveniently has a flashlight, a ferro rod, and a Plan B, like a nice little food knife. I don't use the smaller knife for stupid stuff, so it's always like razor sharp and clean. So yeah, and like I said, I would like to get both of these in carbon fiber now. A Tier 1 BC with carbon fiber scales and a Tier 1 Mini Mini with carbon fiber scales. That would be that would be over the top. Yeah, the wet heavy stuff is not cool. Just made my back wince, Nick. Um, yeah, does anyone remember the name of the knife? Smith was a former Marine that quenches the steel in pig blood. I remember seeing in magazines. No, no, no. Californian Republic Tony. No, I can't. I don't know who that is. That sounds like that's some definite. That's some stuff that jarheads would do, though. That makes perfect sense. Where's Cannon when we need him? Because it'd be in here. Rah, rah. If he behaves, we give him crayons. It's, it's a good deal. Oh, a kukri. Yeah, man. Oh, God. You guys are a bad influence. Because, yeah, I'm all about a kukri, too. I'm finally ready. I think in life I just want to. I want to own one and try one and have a good time with a kukri. Wow, you're getting old when you start thinking like that. Like, I just want to get a kukri and go out and have a good time with it. Um, that would be a good time, though. Yeah, Extrema Ratio has a sweet kukri. They've got like they got like a small version and a large version. Really, really nice setup. Um, and I've still got my Spartan blades too. The guy's name was Ben Bates. Well, LC would know. Yeah, Pat, you aren't lying, man. I do. I need a. See, and that's the whole thing. I think the Outback Nada. Um, I think that would fill that kukri gap. I really do. I think, yeah, same kind of chopping, like a weighted heavy chopper. What I really wanted to get was, it's hard to find, man. Last time I found one, they were asking like 900 bucks for it, and I was like, for 900 bucks, I'm not using it. But Phobos Knives made what's called an MKB9, and it's a beefier version of this tier 1C, but it's like a whole other like 2.5 inches in blade. So add 2.5 inches to this bad boy. And to me, that would have been like a lightweight sweet chopper. LC Buell sent high five for 100 joules. Thanks, LC. We definitely appreciate it, man. JT Bushcraft, finally another Bushcrafter. Greetings from Kentucky. Hey, well, welcome to the chat, JT. Yeah, I'm kind of like a modified Bushcrafter. I don't follow a lot of old school rules. I'm into like modern materials and things like that. I do have some leather stuff here, but yeah, I do it a little bit differently. Thus the rebooted part, kind of like a rebooted revision of what like the YouTube bushcraft thing. Not as good of a chopper than a kukri. Oh, nice, JT. Yeah, we'll have to check you out, guys, if you want. JT has a channel as well. You could definitely check it out. Oh, he's got a fancy intro thing and everything down in Kentucky. Yeah, he's all about exploring the unknown, whether it's abandoned places. Yeah, like just a modern adventure thing, right? Like, yeah, dude, we'll definitely help you out. He's got 1.63 thousand subscribers and 18 videos. Dude's rocking it. Like, absolutely, man. Yeah, Pat, the Extrema Ratio kukri is badass. And then a sheath like that, man, I saw a kukri, like a World War II era one, my grandfather had, and it had like two small like knives piggybacked on it. And man, there's like a couple of Extrema Ratio neckers or something that would just it would be like the modern version of that. I'm totally geeked out on that, but yeah, my Extrema Ratio, they've yeah, it's not a fashion. They're good looking knives, so it is fashionable. But yeah, they're kind of pricey for what you're getting. They're like, yeah, they're definitely. I think those kukris are up around like 450, 500. So yeah, you do the setup, it would be pretty expensive. I wonder if anybody can make me one out of cut dumbbell weights. They're all metal, by the way. Yeah, LC, I think it depends on the steel composition and stuff. I don't know. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a blacksmith, not even a bladesmith or anything. I don't know too much about making knives, but it would be interesting. I know like they make knives out of files and railroad stakes and all kinds of stuff. So it'd be interesting to see it done. Yeah, somebody that's good at metalworking, that would treat you right. Um, Ooh, LC Buell sent us Sunday for 100 joules. Thanks again, LC. Um, yeah, my man. I'll keep an ear out for that. I'll maybe there's a few people I can talk to. We can find somebody to do that. But you've still got that. How's that tracker treating you, man? He's the luckiest person out here on the channel. Yeah, LC just finds a Damascus tracker. Like, oh, here it is. Happy days. I still haven't gotten my hands on one of those trackers. They seem interesting as well, but I'm more like a traditional style knife guy. I was looking on the internet recently for places to camp, more permanent type camping, like dispersed boondocking areas. Any tips on where to find places to camp for free? Could I camp anywhere really? Well, If you're trying to make YouTube videos, I would be extremely cautious because everything is like GPS imprinted onto your video. When you upload it to YouTube, they have all that information. And that's how they come and bust you later on. They do the same thing with drones. If you don't have a Part 107 for a drone, they know it, and they don't bust you when you're out flying it. They bust you after you post it. I've stealth camped up and down the entire eastern seaboard, from Maine all the way down to Key West. And if you're just stealth camping to stealth camp, yeah, you can use Google Maps. You can, look at local topo maps and stuff. It's relatively easy to find a place where you could stealth camp. Um, but if you're trying to post it onto YouTube, there's a high probability you could get caught. And just so you know, a lot of people posting stealth camping videos on YouTube, they're full of it. They're not legit. There's one guy from the Pacific Northwest who he got on one of the knife channels. He was bragging about how he fakes his videos, and he did one of his videos in particular that he liked to brag about was I stealth camp behind a shed or something like that. But during the live chat, he openly admitted that it was his neighbor's shed and he had permission to be there. So as far as that goes, man, your best bet is, and I spent a year and a half doing it. I thought it was going to be a simple thing. But your best bet is to find somebody with private property and gain permission. Maybe you can do a sublease deal with somebody or something. But as far as like camping for free, it doesn't really exist. Even the campsites suck now. The campsites have like 3 feet in between them. They pack in there like sardines, and they charge you like $45 to $65 a night to set up your tent, like $20 for electricity. KOAs were expensive. They always have been. But yeah, if you go to like private campgrounds, their tenting areas are usually not dispersed or anything. It's getting extremely difficult to find. But like if you're just going to go out and do it, it's easy to do. When I was walking up to Tallahassee, I camped on the side of the highway in the woods. Yeah, LC, I did the same thing, man. But I always respect private properties. Like, yeah, I've cycled the Eastern Seaboard 17 times and camped more places where I probably shouldn't have. But yeah, no harm, no foul. If you're just gonna run in the woods 50 yards, set up a tent, pick up your trash, and skedoodle out of there, it's really not that big of a deal. It only becomes a problem with everybody trying to bust everybody on YouTube, and that's how people get caught on YouTube. Is everything you even. So your phone definitely does it, and then I have a GoPro, thinking that would work as well. But the GoPro, believe it or not, has a GPS signature on it. So your GoPro will rat you out. It's like embedded into the footage. Um, so on the way to Connecticut, there's a truck stop that has an area for camping. Yeah, I think he said he's in Kentucky though, right? Um, yeah, so the primitive camping, the dispersed camping, they're actually buckling down on that because they're going after the homeless. But I think it's a way to control the van lifers and the nomadic type people. I'm butthurt about it because I spent a decade of my life as an extremely nomadic person. And that's when I did. I would work in the Northeast, spring, summer, and fall, and I would spend winters in Florida, and I would cycle from one job to the next. I would take a few weeks off between seasons, so I would ride my Cannondale from like East Marches, Long Island, to Skydive Key West or something, and then Lebanon, Maine, down to like Tampa Bay area or whatever, Zephyr Hills, whatever, wherever I was working. Yeah, yeah, JT. And then on top of that, like in the area that I have, like when I was starting up this channel, I thought, oh, super simple. I know all the good camping spots. Like I've camped around here, but I was gone for a whole bunch of years, and all of the camping spots, the dispersed camping where we would go and just camp out, bother nobody, and sneak a couple beers there in high school or something. Now they've all been overrun by the homeless. Like the homeless problem in America is substantially bigger than what most people notice. But if you run around looking for all the camping spots and you find out they've all been overrun by homeless people, and I'm not blaming them. It's, the economy, the government, all the crap that's gone on. You got people working 40, 50 hours that can't afford rent anymore. Um, so yeah, that all comes into play. But yeah, I totally feel for you, man. The only option you really have, if you're, like, I guess you could try to get away with just doing some, nobody will see me stealth camping. But if you're trying to produce content for your channel, yeah, your best. But like, talk to a neighbor. Most people are reasonable, you know. I don't know. Offer to help with some maintenance or something like that, or how, maybe they got a trail or whatever. Um, or like, you can usually get it. Like when I was bike touring, sometimes I'd see a farm, and if I saw people outside, I'd be like, hey, if like I'm biking from here to there, and talk to them, and hey, could I offer you $5 or $10 to set up a tent for the night? Um, I won't leave anything behind, all that good stuff. And most of the time they'll they don't want the money. And they'll invite you in for dinner, and it's good conversation because if you're cycling, if you're doing a 2,000-mile bike ride, people are like, "What's wrong with you?" And they kind of want to know what makes you tick. So, yeah, I've met some amazing people that way, and I've offered every time. I think only like one or two people accepted. And I think they were just accepting it as not to be rude, but then they ended up offering dinner with it. So, yeah, good times were had by all. But that's the best advice I can give on that. In fact, hopefully in the next year or two, I plan to repeat one of those bike rides. I'd like to do another bike ride from. I'd like to do a bike ride from New Hampshire to Florida, and stop by some of my favorite skydive centers along the way, as well as some different people that I've met through YouTube. Yeah, homeless here in all the parking lots, begging all summer. Never saw that here growing up. Yeah, same thing. Yeah, same exact thing here. B&A. Um, yep, these are all places I camped through high school and stuff like that. Like we had permission and yeah, some really really good camping spots. So starting up this channel, I'm like, hey, I know all the good spots. This is gonna be awesome. Um, but yeah, going out there, finding out like everything's and it's weird because and this is how they launder money is they take the money for the homeless people and they pay companies to go clean up the homeless encampments. And what they do is they kick all the homeless people out and clean it up, and then they go to the next one, and then they just move right back in. So they just move from one spot to another to another. And these companies at like $1.3 million per cleanup and stuff, which is just crazy. Yeah, yeah, that's why they won't cure the homeless population. It's one of the best ways for the government to launder their money through their friends. Yeah, because they pay the company big money to go clean it up. Like I said, one spot that was behind a grocery store here, it was big news. They paid $1.3 million to clean it up. I guarantee you the company that cleaned it up made some kind of like donation to the politicians. Um, but yeah, they just keep going in that circle. I live near the Louisville area in Kentucky, and the closest dispersed camping is 2 hours away. It's crazy. Yeah, yeah, same thing here. And even then, if it's like public owned, state owned, federal property, whatever. Just a second. Um, yeah, then you get harassed as well. Like, yeah, you'll have fish and game, you'll have wildlife, whatever, the state popo stopping by to, like check to make sure you're not doing anything wrong. Um, that sounds awesome. Just taking your time, biking up and down the coast. Oh, Nick, it's a great time, man. And I met some remarkable people along the way. Trail magic, it's still a thing. It really is. Yeah, I've sat on the side of the road with more money than I knew what to do with, but I didn't have a patch kit. I didn't have a spare tube. Um, Money wasn't going to fix my problem. Let's just put it that way. I was broken down on the side of the road trying to figure it out. And along comes a roadie, road cyclist, skinny tires, spandex wearing type guys. I started off as a roadie, but I got sick of the spandex. And it does not protect you from the pavement. But yeah, he came by and he's like, "Oh, you all set?" And I'm like, I ran out of patch." And he was like doing his roadie thing. He had nothing on him, no patches or anything like that. And he's like, "Well, if you don't mind waiting." I'm like, "Well, I don't have much of a choice. I'm not going anywhere." He goes, I used to mountain bike and I switched to road racing. And so he's like, I still have some mountain bike tubes that'll fit your bike. He goes, if you don't mind waiting, I'll go pick them up and bring them back to you. And yeah, the guy came back like an hour later, and he brought back two tubes and a full patch kit. And he's like, and I offered him money. I'm like, money's not a problem, you know. I was making, you know, well over 6 figures a year sky jumping. But yeah, man, trail magic just happens, man. You'll just meet some weird, like in a good way, not weird crazy, but weird good. I had one guy. He had passed me in the morning. He had some stuff to do in the city. He was there for the day, and then when he was going home, he passed me in the evening, and he couldn't believe it. So he pulled over and he offered me some money to buy dinner, and I'm like, look, dude, I'm all set. He goes, well, the best steaks are right down the road, right around the corner. Tell them I sent you there. They'll take good care of you. Because I was like, I don't really want to go to a restaurant. I've been biking all day. I smell like I've been biking all day. But he's like, no, no, definitely, they're good people. Go check it out. And I went to check it out, and I had just sat down, and the gentleman showed up with his family and ended up paying for dinner. And he's like, dude, how did you ride that bike all day? I'm like, dude, riding a bike all day is the same as like, you know, if you can work an 8 to 10 hour shift, you can ride a bike for 8 to 10 hours. It's the same thing. It's like, you know, doing your 9 to 5, only I'm riding a bike instead of grinding something else. So that's the secret to bike touring is just treat it like it's your job, and you'll make it to where you're going. Um, how many miles would you average on any given day during your trips back and forth? Nick, I would average, man, oh, at least 100 to 120 a day average. I would say in that vicinity. On a big day, I could push 180, 200 miles, and yeah, on a day where I wanted to have lunch at the bar, yeah, 40 miles. um, it is, and you could walk it, and people would probably be more giving. Offered one a bag of bottles and cans to return, and he refused. Probably $10. Yeah, and that's so I don't understand that sometimes. Like, yeah, you offer to try to help them out, but if it's, you know, if you're not helping them out the way they deem fit, then yeah, I understand. It's kind of weird. Yeah, Don Ray scooting back up there. Yeah, I missed some comments. Yeah, they definitely want to control everybody. They want absolute control over everything, and that's why they want to switch to digital money, and that way there they can keep track of more of what you're spending. They can tax you more. Yeah, no more personal transactions. Everything's going to be taxed. Um, Riding a bike all day is way more physically demanding than most jobs. Yeah, you're right, but I think for me, my perspective, that's how I would decompress. I had like, you know, like 6 to 7 months of absolute stress, sometimes borderline insanity of keeping track of every little detail, crossing every T, dotting every I, you know, count the tools before and after, you know, pin check before this, count, you know. Um, yeah, so like I lived in an extremely high stress world. Yeah, jumping out of airplanes for 10 to 12 hours a day and being responsible for all the equipment is pretty high stress. So, yeah, riding a bicycle all day it was kind of like it was decompression, you know, like reset the brain, reset the, yeah, nothing really matters today, you know. If I do something wrong, I'm the only one that's going to get hurt. I can live with that. So, yeah, that's just kind of like the territory. Some of us, I mean, I know I did everything by choice. I'm just saying that, um, yeah, when you live in a high stress world, like riding a bike is just, man, I would go ride a bike at the end of the day. Like, yeah, if like when I was done work, sometimes I'd go out for, you know, long as I could, half hour, an hour. So I'd work a 12-hour day and go for a bike ride, you know, 7 o'clock at night. Oh, and that's the other thing is, yeah, Nick, you're absolutely right. You sleep like a baby every night. Um, you can eat like you weigh 500 pounds all day long, but you can, man, I would lose 10, 15 pounds every trip. I would have to like carb load for, you know, 4 to 6 weeks before I'd start my trip. Just I'd try to put on like 12 to 15 pounds, and I would end up at the other end of the trip a few pounds lighter than my normal weight. Yeah, yeah, you're only thinking about riding a bike, like in the month, yeah, yeah. It's like that's one of the things I like about target games. Whether it's pew pews or archery, like you tend to focus so much. Rock climbing's the same way. Like you're so focused in the moment that hey, man, the bills you got coming up don't matter. This doesn't matter. The bills you paid don't matter. Your annoying neighbors and bother. Yeah, you're so you're completely immersed in the moment that's you live in the moment. It's I think more people should try it. Yeah, exactly. Being a yeah, I'm a skinny dude. I always do. um I don't know. I've always I'm more of a climber. I like riding hills because what goes up gets to come down. Maybe something I learned. No, I learned that way back in the day. Growing up in New Hampshire, man, I would do the hike a bike up the biggest hills I could find, just to go screaming down them. And yeah, my mother was always yelling at me for that stuff. You're gonna get hurt. So isn't that part of life? And then when I'd get hurt, it'd be like I told you so. But I wasn't a crybaby about it. I would just, go grab some gauze or whatever, wrap it up, and get back to it. Like, how many Gen Xers here didn't wear a helmet? Like, I didn't wear a helmet until I started racing in high school, and then it was like it became a requirement. Like, yeah, so many people were getting like unalived and or like smashing their melon on the pavement cycling that yeah, cycling for helmets for cycling became a thing. Like we used to wear those painters hats, and that was cool. In fact, I rode for with a local racing team, a local cycling shop, Nalt's House of Wheels, and we would wear the old school painter's hat during practice, and we only wore the helmets because they were required in the races. Van Struggle, nice Christmas story leg lamp. Yeah, we love it, man. Yeah, that was a gift from the missus, for all of you to enjoy, for everybody to enjoy. Now that I think about it, I think she had you guys in mind more than she did me. Well, I might have to feel differently about this now. Maybe Mrs. Bushcraft cares more about you guys than me. I don't know. Um, we won't go down that road. No, she loves you guys. She really does. She's like, at least I have somebody else to talk to about geeking out on gear and stuff than her, because she doesn't like understand the whole gear thing. Like if you, as far as she's concerned, every knife ever made is made out of one kind of steel, and that steel is named steel. If you try to get into a conversation with her about different steel types, she starts going cross-eyed and glassy-eyed, and she's like, "Okay, maybe you should do a live." Um, my brother had the hat Woody Harrelson wore, and yeah, yeah, man, Campanello, yeah, man, that's yeah, I think everybody had one of those back in the day. I had a red one for sure. My brother rode to Maine from New York once with his friends. Man, it's a good time. It is. Yeah, yeah. Nick loves a lamp as well. Yeah, man. We are, and it's been a great time. It really has been. Yeah, man. It's a classic story. It's a boy coming of age, getting his first air powered BB pew pew. And you just gotta love everything about that story as a guy for sure. And yeah, it's definitely walk down memory lane. A lot of Gen Xers in here. Yeah, a lot of people from that era. So yeah, it's a good time. But now that I think about it, I don't think she bought the lamp for me. I think she bought it for you guys. So I'm gonna have a talk with her about that when she gets home later. No, I'm just kidding. She like I said, I think she enjoys the channel just as much as I do. Van Struggle sent thumbs up for 10 jewels. Right on. Thank you very much, dude. Saying the F word in front of dad on accident. I know, right? And then, yeah, yeah, because he had one job to do, right? Right, being a one, all he had to do, one job to do, and he effed it up. Yeah, and then dropping the F bomb in front of dad back. I mean, kids nowadays, they don't, I mean, they drop the F bomb in front of their priest if they even have one. Um, but yeah, yeah, back in the day, it didn't matter what you said when you were at the park with your friends, but when you were home around family and adults and all that, yeah. Um, awesome point. Um, yeah, that's the beauty of knife collecting, the sheer variety across all price ranges. Yeah, Nick, you're absolutely right, man. There is something for everybody in the knife world. Um, Absolutely. Yeah, whether it's wow, the bug out knockoff Ozark fail, I guess, man. Hey, whatever. I guess it I just saw a lot of those. Did you guys see some of those that had burnt edges and the edges were just flaking right off of them? So if the edge falls apart when you try to cut butter, it's not really a knife then, is it? But no, no, I agree. There's a lot out there. There's a lot of choices, a lot of options. Even a lot of different companies have a lot of good stuff out there. It makes a perfect backdrop. It does, man. And like I decided to yeah, we're gonna leave it up through Christmas. We're gonna get a little fancy on Christmas for sure. We're gonna. I have some other stuff I'm gonna set up as well. Um, but yeah, I've got the little candy bowl and all that good stuff. But yeah, we're gonna as we get closer to Christmas, I'm gonna set up more. I actually um well, up until a few years ago, I never set up anything for Christmas until December 19th. I know a lot of people start the day after Thanksgiving, the Black Friday thing, but me as an adult, I never did anything for Christmas until December 19th because I had gotten screwed over so many times in life. Because my birthday is that close to Christmas where people would be like, they'd come to my birthday party and my present would be wrapped in Christmas wrapping paper. And they'd be like, oh, sorry, I didn't have time to get birthday wrapping paper. But like, damn, really? Again? Like, you haven't planned this out in years. So yeah, I got a lot of the combined present, like, oh, we've been so busy Christmas shopping, we just got you a slightly nicer gift. And you got a combined, as a kid, this kind of wrecked my head. Obviously, I've gotten over it. But yeah, so I would get the combined gift. Well, it can be for Christmas and your birthday. And I became petty about it. I really did. I started like the day after Christmas, or a couple days after. I would see Christmas wrapping paper on sale. So I would get that like 70% off. And then if you were one of the people that gave me my birthday present in Christmas wrapping paper, I don't care if your birthday was in June or July. I bought Christmas wrapping paper just for the occasion. And I'd be like, oh, sorry about that. I had that left over from Christmas and I didn't really have time to buy the wrapping paper. I went to the store to buy the gift and they also sell wrapping paper, but I didn't think to go over there and get it. So I just used some of this Christmas wrapping paper I had left over. Yeah, sometimes you can be that petty and it's okay. It made me feel better. That's what matters, right? Um, yeah, the other thing with most cases, you get what you pay for. Yeah. Do you have a mini tree you can put out? Nick, I think I do. I do have like a little tabletop one. I used to do a little setup in the man cave. So when the kids would come down for Christmas, it was Christmassy, even in the man cave. So yeah, I got a little Christmas tree with blinking lights and a little candy bowl, but the kids don't really like candy. So, but yeah, we had all the great stuff for them. Jute twine and a newspaper. You can make it happen and it'll look good. Exactly. Um, yeah, my dad used to watch Frost Cutlery show and order the kinds of knives. I would laugh at some of the names. The Eagle Eye. Oh yeah, yeah. Are you talking like the QVC stuff, man? I used to love that. Yeah, a lot of QVC watchers in here, and we're proud to admit it. We're not ashamed. In fact, sometimes I try to fake it. Man, I love a good infomercial, dude. The the number one infomercial that ever got me was a set it and forget it. You could make your own homemade rotisserie chickens, and then you just stick it in, turn it on, set it and forget it, and you don't have to do anything. I bought like a half a dozen of those, and all my closest friends and family got a rotisserie chicken set it and forget it cooker for Christmas. It was like I ended up yeah, it was crazy. That was when you've got mail. AOL had that little pop up, and like so we're going back a few years, right? Infomercials and AOL is your primary. But yeah, so AOL would pop up and you've got mail, and they had this deal going on to buy those set it and forget it rotisserie chickens. I'm like, oh, like the infomercial. Man, I bought those for a bunch of people. I'm going to head out. See y'all soon. All right, Don Ray, thanks for hanging out. Have an awesome night. Yeah, We're over the 2 hour mark for Saturday. Eagle Eye was a good movie. Um, oh yeah, clap on, clap off, the clapper. Great, man. The infomercials were the bomb until we found out some of those dudes were straight up creepy. Some of them were like weird, creepy, like ended up in jail for the wrong reasons, not for like drunken jaywalking or something, but for bad stuff. Hope you get your mail isn't destroyed, delayed. Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, Don Ray, have a good evening. Like I said, we'll be back on tomorrow morning. Yeah, we're a little over 2 hours now. I'm sure you guys got other things to do. Yeah, it's coming up on dinner time. I'm getting hungry. I'm gonna start fixing something. Actually, I got a mess to clean up, pulling out all the arrows and everything. But yeah, I'm gonna clean up a little bit of stuff, and I'm gonna start some dinner for Mrs. Bushcraft and I. Actually, maybe it'll be leftovers. I don't know. But yeah, hey everybody, thanks for hanging out. We definitely appreciate you being here. Yeah, guys, if you're up early tomorrow, I'll make sure to have my phone with me. Yeah, shoot me a text. We'll start the live early, but if we don't, we'll definitely be starting at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, like every Sunday. So we're going like this is week 53 or something like that. We've been doing this. This is awesome. But yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out. We'll see you in the AM. Have an awesome evening. Yeah, B&A, get some rest. Take care of that back of yours, you old fart. Like yeah, I'm actually older than you, but yeah. So yeah, we'll be gimping along together at the hiking trail doing some fishing. But yeah, guys, have an awesome night. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a very Merry Christmas. We're gonna push the Christmas, right? With pork chops and applesauce and bacon. But yeah, guys, have an awesome night. We'll see you in the morning. Be well. Take care. I'm out of here.